Got to record over here. Hi, friends. We're recording. And then we got to set up the live stream. We're doing the things. We're recording. And now we're going live. Let's hope it works. What is up, ladies? Let's see. Facebook, are you ready? Are you going to play nice, Facebook? Oh, we are. Okay. Hi, guys. Happy Friday, Junior. Welcome to my parents' backyard. You like that trash can back there? How about the flying pig above my head? And we've got a special guest on screen today. I know we got like no dudes in this group other than Dr. Kev because this is a safe space for the ladies. But guess what? Safe space. I can promise you that. So this is my husband, Kyle, for those of you that don't know.
Hi.
What up? So I'm excited to have a guest on here tonight. And this really just came pretty organically today. I had posted sort of a Q&A box on my social media asking for people to, drop any questions or topics you guys wanted me to talk about. And there were a few of them coming off of the live that I did in here on Monday morning. Let's get in here. Well, I like the pig. On Monday morning, I went live in here for like 10 minutes just talking about how I just gotten back from vacation. I was in Hawaii, all the things. And I kind of gave you guys a little tip about what I was doing moving forward, right? So I talked about the fact that I was going to be, just dialed in, right? So I had certain goals that I wanted to commit to for this week. And of course, just moving forward, just to get me back into the swing of things. So the things that I was working towards was just the things I was doing before I went on vacation. Weird, right? Like nothing had to be extreme. Nothing had to be crazy, and nothing had to feel like I was killing myself this week in order to get the results that I wanted to see. So I talked about calorie cycling. So I know some of you expressed an interest in that. And if I have time to get into that tonight, I will. But honestly, I kind of have a lot more I want to do when it comes to calorie cycling. So we'll probably just devote this one to like talking about vacation, coming back, diving into those fad diets and whatnot. And the crash diets that people tend to do post-vacation. But really, I would love, if you were watching this, for you to like, okay? So drop a like, drop a comment. If there's anything that you want to know about in particular, will you please post it? And I'm going to try to watch these comments over here while I sort of move this over so I can watch myself over here. You guys, lives are super fun for me when I'm recording them because I'm like multitasking here. So, and the techie guy over here is laughing at me
You're
because
you're doing great.
I am a loser when it comes to the internet. So, we're a couple minutes into this. I see my mom is watching. Awesome. She's downstairs in the basement getting her steps with you guys. So props to you, Susan, for getting the movement in. What else do we have here? We've got a few of you gonna watch later. I love that. But yeah, anybody else who's watching, please let us know so that I know maybe you want to talk to us. If you have questions, feel free to drop them. Anyways, so we were talking about vacation. Can you, sir, tell us what your experience was going on vacation in terms of the scale? Where were you don't have to give us exact numbers, right?
Yeah.
But where were you at in terms of like, were you in a weight loss phase leading up to vacation? Were you in a weight maintenance phase? What was going on? And then what happened during and after vacation? If you want to give us.
Leading up to vacation, I was more of a maintenance phase, right? Because I was training for this half marathon. I didn't want to cut any calories because I needed every single calorie I needed for, training. So
performance, right? He was fueling for performance.
Yeah. So, going in, I've leaned out a lot. I even, mentioned this to you that, my skin feels weird to me because it's just, I'm not used to this intense and in purposeful training.
Yeah. He's like, that lean feeling. I'm like, no, I don't know what the fuck a lean feeling is. I don't feel lean ever. I'm a woman. We don't feel lean.
That's not true. I feel like you're.
But no, anyway. I know what he means.
So yeah, no, I just wanted to maintain my weight. And then, going in, always we, have fun on vacation. We just, we don't have to worry about, tracking everything and getting our water in and stuff. We're just
having a good time.
We have a good time, right?
Yep.
So I was fully expecting to, sort of bloat out like I normally do, but we were really active on this vacation.
Okay, can I just mention, like he talks about bloating out. You guys, this is no joke. Like we were in Mexico one time. He had his like shorts and they're like button-up shorts, whatever. homeboy had to use one of my fucking hair ties to like hold his shorts closed on the bottom. Like, there's a little trick. If you want me to show you, I will. But like, that's how extreme it can get sometimes from just eating like an asshole on vacation. Don't tell me you've never had to fasten your shorts with a hair tie, because you probably have. But yeah, it's happened even to dudes, right? It happens.
So yeah, no, I fully expected to sort of get that sort of vacation sort of swole on, as I say, because I can always tell when I start to sort of swell up from the heat and the booze and the food. Is, you know, my wedding ring, you know, I usually can, you know, slide it off and on, you know, without, you know, too much effort. But you know, once that ring starts to tighten up, I'm like, okay, need more water.
You know what he's talking about.
I need more water. But you know, I just had fun, and so I ended up getting home. I ended up losing weight, right? Well, which is not my intention, but I just attribute it to all of the overact. I mean,
we were very active.
Yeah, we hiked 9 miles. You know, we did this half marathon,
walking all over the place. Just for reference, you guys, like, I don't know that, like, Kyle doesn't keep data in terms of like step count goals. I do a little bit of coaching for him in terms of like, hey, here's your workouts, here's your macros and everything, but we don't have like a step count goal like I would with all of my actual clients. But he's pretty sedentary, right? Like, we go for walks pretty frequently, like every day. He usually just has 1 walk a day with me at most, but for the most part, he's very sedentary. And so for reference, leading up to vacation, I was averaging anywhere from about like 12 to 14,000 steps per day. Whereas on vacation, I was averaging over 15,000 steps per day. So if I was doing that, and that was just barely above what I normally do, he was probably like triple what his normal is. You know, obviously not on like a running day, but at least double the amount of normal daily activity that he gets while we were on vacation. So for reference, but
yeah, no. And so we got back, and, you know, I got back on my bullshit, is what we say in our house, is you get back to, you know,
dropping bombs.
Yep. Just like get back to whatever your protocols were before vacation. That's what I did, honestly. And, you know, I'm back to where I ended up.
Yeah. So,
or pre, you know, going on vacation.
So his weight was here and went down right after vacation, and it's back up here post vacation again. Yeah. Right. So he had a bit of a fluctuation in a different way than I feel like most of us experience. Right. So most of us, we are like, oh, okay, we're dialed in. Maybe we're like losing weight. Cool, great, whatever. Maybe we're like losing weight leading up to vacation. But then on vacation, a lot of times I see this from everybody, including myself, we end up gaining a few pounds. Some people it's maybe 2-3 pounds. Sometimes it's like 10 pounds or more. Like, it just happens. And then you either maintain that post-vacation weight high, or you do what it takes to get back down on the scale. So we just, again, organically came up with this conversation this morning where we were talking about the fluctuations. And so what were you saying? You were like, it's not even vacation weight gain, right? And I'm going to apologize right now. My dad just got home from work. So, hey, we got a little special guest here. But we just talked about, can you really even call it vacation weight gain? Like,
no, that's one thing. So when she posted on her story that, you know, she quote unquote gained weight on vacation, or it's just that it was that word gain to me that, you know, I wanted to sort of talk about to her. Yeah. This is sort of an organic sort of, and this was
totally organic,
just out of the blue. I said, you know, you should really think about that word again. It's like, you know, with the word cheat meal, right? How you sort of change the way you think about food. Your food doesn't have any sort of moral sort of, you know, attachment to you. So you're not cheating on your food. So,
so if you don't know what he's referring to, I don't let people call them cheat meals. I call them free meals or untracked meals, because cheat implies something negative. It implies that you're doing something bad, like you're cheating on your normal diet. And that's just not a thing, because that breeds a really poor relationship with food where you're like, oh, I have a cheat day. Oh, I have a cheat meal. No, it's just a free meal. I'm just like not allocating for it in my fitness pal. I'm not worrying about it. It just is a meal that I want to go enjoy, whether it be for a social event or date night or whatever. So anyway, so I and that's great, because you're changing the way you think about that word, right? It's not cheat, you're free. It's a free meal. So I wanted to ask her about, so are you really gaining anything? Are you gaining weight on vacation? Because to me, when you gain something, it's for a longer period of time, right? So
longer than 5 to 10 days after you get back from vacation, I would say, in my opinion, if you're experiencing the weight gain after the 5 to 10 days, then maybe put some effort into thinking about it, right? I mean, bring it up to your coach, or maybe reflect on, okay, what did I do? What could I do differently on this vacation next time so I could get back, rebound quicker? So you're not gaining anything. It's just a fluctuation, right? It's not a long-term deal, right? So that's why I sort of want to think about
that word,
the gain differently. I want long-term gains in the muscles, right? Like, who doesn't want that? But
we want gains in the gym. We don't necessarily want gains on the scale, although that can happen too while building muscle and losing body fat.
But yeah, I just kind of wanted to, because it's not losing as well. I mean, are you really losing anything if you are down 5 pounds one day and you're up 4 pounds the next? You know what I mean? It's just all fluctuation. So I just want to think about the gain word, and are you really gaining? No,
the connotation around it, right? And what it represents, and how it does breed this sort of like poor relationship with the scale and with vacations, right? Because everybody gets really excited to go on a trip or to do something out of their norm, or to even just go attend an event or something. And then all of a sudden, after that vacation, that wedding, that whatever it was, they're beating themselves up the next day and the next week because they gained weight. No, you fucking didn't gain any weight, right?
Give yourself time to recover from vacation.
Right. You've added a few pounds on the scale for a few days. So again, just to sort of paint this picture for you, my last weigh-in was like Wednesday, August 31st or something. I don't even know if I weighed in that day, honestly, because we got up pretty early, I think, right? So I was probably like, hey, I'm going to skip the scale today because it's going to be inaccurate because I didn't get really great sleep. So again, weighed in right before we left for our trip. We get back on Saturday, September 10th. There's no way I'm getting on the scale that day because it was already middle of the day and I'd eaten food and whatnot. So I was like, you know what? I am somebody who weighs in daily. Like, it's just what I do. I collect it as data. There's zero emotional attachment to me and the number on the scale because I've been doing this for so long. You guys, I've literally weighed in every day possible for the last like 2.5+ years.
I can tell you, yes, that is 100% correct.
It's very true. Like, if we're staying at a hotel or an Airbnb or something and there's a scale there, I'm going to use it just because it helps keep me in line a little bit more, and just to be like, okay, cool, whatever. But again, I never beat myself up about that number. So anyways, come back Sunday, September 11th. I weigh myself in. I'm like, holy fucking shit. But I expected it. I was pretty damn close to double digits above what I had been before we left pre-vacation. Okay. So again, almost 10 pounds, not 10 pounds, but pretty damn close. And that was on Sunday. So what did I do? Cool. Just prepped my food like normal.
Got back on the bullshit.
Yep. Got back on my bullshit. BOMBS, dropping bombs. Decided, okay, I'm going to get back into my strength training, which I was so excited about. You guys, I've been bitching about running this whole time. I hate the running. I love the lifting the heavy things. I love getting strong and building muscle and like actually looking like I work out. So just decided, okay, I'm going to go back to lifting 3 days a week. I'm going to get back to tracking my calories. I'm hitting calories, protein, fiber. I did make a bit of an adjustment to my calories. I'm not going to lie. They are a little bit less than where they were pre-vacation, simply because guess what I'm not doing anymore? I'm no longer running double-digit miles every week, right? So for these past several months, I've been running at least 3 days a week. So that, of course, adds to my activity expenditure. That means I'm burning more calories those 3 days throughout the week, meaning that I just needed more calories to fuel my body, because just like Kyle, my goal was not to go into training to lose weight. And that's what I so often see with many people. They're like, oh, I'm going to pick up running, or I'm going to sign up for a race or whatever, so they can use it as a weight loss strategy. And I've talked about this on previous lives. Cardio is not a weight loss strategy, right? Like, that's not what you're going to do in order to lose weight long term. Because here's the thing, if you start adding in cardio, you're going to lose weight. Like, it just happens, right? But you have to keep adding more and more cardio in order to lose the weight, right? So you're going to go from running, we'll call it 90 minutes a week, maybe 3 days a week at 30 minutes, to then all of a sudden at some point, you're going to have to go to 45 minutes and 60 minutes. And like, you just run out of hours in the day to do cardio. So anyways, my goal was I need to bring my calories down a little bit, because I am no longer burning all that extra energy in these runs. I was running 12 miles, 11 miles, 10 miles plus to like anywhere from 4 to 6 mile runs per week. So if I'm not running 20 miles a week anymore, do I really need all those extra calories that I was having in order to support that level of effort? No, I don't. So I'm still eating very close to 2,000 calories a day. I'm still nailing protein. I dropped it down a little bit just so I could have a little bit more to maintain my muscle mass with protein, yes, but to also make sure I had a little bit more carbs, because I know I'm going to want my carbs. Like, obviously, we all know I love my carbs. I love my consistency. So calories came down ever so slightly. Nothing crazy, not 500 calories. I'm not eating 1,200 calories. I'm eating close to 2,000 calories a day. I'm lifting weights 3 days a week. I'm going to yoga once a week. I'm getting in 10,000 steps a day, and I'm drinking my water. Like, that's literally as simple as it is. It doesn't look like, oh, I'm going to go get some lean and mean and green meals that are prepackaged bullshit, and I'm going to eat 500 calories a day. Oh, and I'm going to go run for an hour a day. Like, that's not what it looks like coming back from a vacation or in order to do anything, right? If you're just starting on your fat loss journey, it doesn't have to look like that, you guys. It's just, what are the basic things that you can control every day? Guess what? You can control how much food goes in your body. I had this conversation with somebody today where we were talking about calorie deficits, right? If you want to create a calorie deficit, you can do it a few different ways. You can either eat less food, or you can move more, or you can do a combination of the two. So if you, again, can really wrap your mind around that, you have absolute control over all of those things. Only you have control over what goes in your mouth. Nobody else is feeding you. As far as I can tell, all of us have grown out of that being a brand new baby phase, and you can feed yourself. Like, you don't have a parent spoon feeding you, right? So you can control the food. You can control your movement, whether or not you think you can, right? Well, I have a desk job. Well, I got to keep up with my kids. Cool. Like, fucking get in movement. You can make it happen. It's just an excuse if you think you're not in control of how often and how frequently you can move your body, right?
I just had one observation.
Please.
So we were on this vacation slash, half marathon deal with a couple of your clients and friends. And
Yep.
so what I thought was interesting is all of us were at different, ages, athletic abilities, genders, all that. So we all went through this whole, we all trained, we all ran the same distance. We all pretty much ate the same foods.
On this trip?
On this trip.
Yeah.
We pretty much, we stayed at the same spots. We drank a lot of the same stuff,
We drank booze, you guys.
This whole group. So, but everybody's sort of body reacted differently when they got back, right? Yeah. So, I noticed that you mentioned one of your clients said that, they lost 0 weight. They
gained 0 weight.
They were flat.
It was amazing.
It was amazing.
I was so jealous of her.
Me, on the other hand, I lost weight, right? And then you gained weight. No. So that's what's so weird to me is, so everybody was in this, we're in the same vacation, but the body's reaction is totally different, right? Totally. So my reaction was different than Crystal's and then her clients, So and I'm sure that the other people on our trip reacted differently than some of us, you know. So it's just like everybody's body reacts differently, even though that we went through pretty much the exact same vacation. It was just everybody's different.
Yeah. Exactly. And that's why it's so ridiculous when you're playing the comparison game, right? If you were somebody who is constantly comparing yourself to others, you're always going to be set up for failure, right? Because if I had gone into this and been like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have this perfect vacation and I'm just going to track everything, like that would have set me up for a lot of disappointment on the trip because everybody else was having fun, right? I didn't go into there with the competition in mind of like, oh, I need to lose more weight than Kyle, or I need to lose more weight than that client of mine, right? Like it just wasn't something that would even be a thought in my head. And then coming back, when I hear about them, I'm like, you guys suck. Like, not fair, but I'm also just kidding because I get it. I understand how the human body totally reacts differently based on every single individual and what they've got going on with them. So let's see what Liz says. She says, most of the time on vacation, we eat so many carbs. So many carbs. Once we get home, we drink a ton of water and bloat happens. So you are a little heavier. Just keep on your own path. Yeah. Keep going on your normal path. And that's exactly what I did, right? Like I just got back to all the things that I was doing leading up to vacation. There was no crash diet. It's just do what you got to do, because exactly what Liz said. For me, I knew I wasn't eating an excess of calories. So let's think about this, you guys. In order to gain, like, 1 pound of fat has 3,500 calories, supposedly. Okay. So in order for me to have gained about a pound a day on vacation, I would have had to eat over 3,500 calories above my maintenance. So while I was doing this training, I was eating 2,200 calories a day. So there's no fucking way in hell that I was eating 5,700 calories a day on vacation. That sounds amazing, but also didn't happen, right?
Yeah, we would have had a way better time if you did have it.
We would be way poor too, because that's a lot of food and drinks, you guys. So again, just remembering that is literally humanly impossible for me to eat 6,000 calories a day. Yeah, it's the data does not lie, and that's why we are so consistent with our tracking and accumulating and gathering data, because we can look at it and be really objective with it, right? There's no like, oh man, this sucks, I can't believe I gained 10 pounds of fat. Like, it's literally impossible. So yeah.
And just I just think that, like, it was just when the three of us, I heard compared, our similar experiences, like, and you need to give your body time to adjust in order to react to what happened on vacation. So that's why you don't want to, come back on vacation and order a bunch of shit on the internet to, get you back into, pre-holiday weight, or pre-vacation weight,
teas and shakes and pills and wraps and all the things. No, just eat some fucking real food, like a vegetable,
and give your body time to get back into its deal.
Yeah. I mean, literally, so I was up about almost 10 pounds on Sunday. It is Thursday. It is literally 4 days later, like as of this morning when I weighed in, and I'm right back to where I was. So over the course of 11 days, I gained 10 pounds ish. And over the course of 4 days, I lost 10 pounds. Yes, I got rid of the water weight, the excess glycogen, the excess food volume, and honestly, the excess stress. So I know vacation can be not stressful for a lot of people. It's a great opportunity for them to sort of disconnect and relax. For me, I'm a very anxious traveler just in general. I really, really like being stuck in my schedules and my routines and my structure. And it's actually a lot more stressful for me to go on a vacation than it is to just live my normal day-to-day life. And that's just who I am as a person. It fucking sucks, but that's who I am. And it's also hard for me when I can't be in absolute control of like weighing and measuring everything. Again, I'm just very neurotic and OCD, and that's what I enjoy. So while tracking isn't for everybody, it is for me a lot of times. Michelle, hi. Thanks for popping on, girl. I love seeing you on here. Sarah with the yoga. Sarah, fluctuating in Hawaii is the best. I love it. Oh my gosh. You guys are cracking me up. Yeah. I mean, we're definitely ready to get our asses back to Hawaii. And I don't care if the scale fluctuates every day. It'll be totally worth it. But yeah, that's kind of what we want to come on here and talk about, you guys, is how we had different experiences, how we don't look at it as vacation weight gain. It is simply fluctuation, and it happens to the best of us, right? So I want you to remember this heading into the weekend, you guys. We've got, just a normal Friday, Saturday, Sunday coming up here. If you have something special going on, amazing. But I'm guessing a lot of people don't have anything too exciting going on this weekend. So even if you do go out and have a good time, have fun. Maybe you're celebrating like the kickoff of football season, and we've got all these games and whatnot going on. I don't want you to feel like when Monday morning rolls around that you have gained weight. Maybe the scale is fluctuating, and definitely you just need to get back to doing all the things that you normally do that keeps the scale where you like to see it. And guess what? If you're in a spot where the scale is in a place you don't like what you see, then you need to fucking do something about it. And I'm saying you, because you're the only one in control of it, right? I don't get to put the food in your mouth. I don't get to go do the workouts for you. You can do it. And if you need help with that, guess what? Talk about it here in the group. Ask us for support. That is literally what we are here to do, is to like support you on your journey. If you want to just throw something in the group and you're like, hey, can somebody just tell me to like kick my own ass today? Cool. We're going to do that for you, because that's kind of what we do. Anyways, anything else?
No.
Feeling good?
Fantastic.
All right. A lot of blabbering going on, but you guys know that's how I am. Like, I just like to talk and I go off on tangents. So I don't want to waste any more of your Friday junior night talking about calorie cycling, because that is a whole other topic that deserves its own little category and own little night. So if you got anything for me, please do not hesitate. Shoot me a DM, drop a comment here, whatever you got. I appreciate those of you who were able to like sort of interact with us tonight. It's always a good time. If you have questions for Kyle, he'll answer them too. But I appreciate you guys. If you have more topics you want to hear about, let me know. We got some fun things coming up for you. What is today? Like the 15th or something? Oh, we're about 2 weeks away from something really big. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that as much as I am. The fall is going to be amazing, y'all. So have a good one. We will talk to you soon. Peace out.